Last year I was chosen as one of the advisors to go on the West Campus diversity trip, and originally I was pretty scared. I was like, you want me to bring more than 20 students to New Orleans over spring break? And I was completely wrong, right? Like, it was one of the best experiences of my graduate school career.
Last year when I was a sophomore, I went on the New Orleans trip. And my greatest fear going into this trip was that I was going to a new state with a lot of people that I didn't know. So I was worried about that whole aspect of going with other students that I had never met before, just to like this new area that I'd never been to. But I was able to overcome this fear because we had tons of chances to get to know each other before we left for the trip. So we got to meet as a group a couple times and we did team building exercises. So I was able to really get to know the fellow students before we actually went on the trip.
I took a lot away from this trip. I think that the most powerful thing that happened was the bonds that students were able to make with each other, with people that they otherwise would never have met. Even though everyone who went on the trip lives on West Campus, it still opened up this opportunity to really get to know people who you otherwise wouldn't have had time or space or opportunity to really bond with.
I think the biggest thing that I took away from this trip was that you don't need to travel out of the country to experience a whole new culture.
So I would definitely recommend this to any NC State student. This is probably, the diversity trip to New Orleans was probably the most fun I'd had in my 4 years of college. And you get to meet a whole lot of people. I didn't know anybody on the trip before, but afterwards, we all became like a big group of friends, and I actually still talk to some of the people that I went on the trip with. So it is a great way to meet people, and you get to go to a fun city and you get to learn a whole different culture. So I highly recommend this.